These two will get their oil checked early, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. They're lining up to boot it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Clemson's offense will get the first crack at it here. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention. But this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
They'll try the run. Nice move to keep running. Gets away from one. He's got space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Nice move to keep moving. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective team.
Taking a shot on the first play. Makes a catch on the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Gets open down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Knox. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Quarterback empties his backfield. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
It's complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week.
And he'll break the plane for a touchdown.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up 14 over the Astronauts. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Bulls his way forward. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. This could be a real turning point in the game. He wants to go deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Lean for the wire, touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Going up top. Makes the grab down the left side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Clemson! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Knox. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
When the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play, timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, but he just didn't have it there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got his man. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He got it. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half.
Going for the big play. Snags it down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line.
A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Peppers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Going up top on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Snatches it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And back to the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to find his man on first down. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Here comes the hurry up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's knocked. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down.
He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make...
He's going up top. Grabs it inside the 10. Nice throw, great catch, easy glide into the end zone for the touchdown.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up 14 over the Sharks. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Keeps the legs moving. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now the play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide out in motion. To the ground with the back. Obliterates him, still on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also,
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the lone running back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue.
He tries to take the top off. And he hauls it in inside the 30. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. And defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. They give it to him again. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in fourth quarter, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Fires deep on the run. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 33.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense when they needed it the most.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Getting late, pressure building. Huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down. but now dealing with fourth down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll take another shot here. He's got it down the left. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They want that clock to run. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Hand off from the shotgun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll take a shot. And they almost had a connection on the long pass, but the receiver couldn't make the... And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They're going to throw it again. They're trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard. It's good.
After hitting that field goal down a possession here late, one timeout in your back pocket, I'm thinking we're still going to see onside kick here. So nice job by the kicker. They're knocking it through the uprights. Now the big question, can he execute the onside kick?
Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. You know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.